This is Magic More, the party spark of the J team, A-Town extraordinaire, the caterator.
This is your boy Chuck C from them throwback boys. Stacks on deck. Zone 3 representative.
And this is Atlanta rap history.
Yo, we back once again. It's your boy Chuck C, man. Throwback boys. Stacks still on deck like BIM. Zone 3 representative.
That's what's happening. That's what happening. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Magic Moore, the party spoil. Straight from the west side to the east side. You know what I mean? Representing this thing all day, every day, man. We back at y'all again, man, for another edition of the Atlanta rap history for sure. And we got some real history in the building tonight, baby. For real now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This guy we got in the building tonight, like you say, is a part of Atlanta rap history. This guy right here we got in the building tonight is not only a DJ, but he's an entrepreneur, right? He's a DJ. He had a magazine going, got the mixtapes going. This guy right here was the A&R for many, many record labels. When he played your record, you went from getting him to play your record to the record being on the radio to getting the deal. And he was doing it time after time after time. Whatever he touched, it went from him to the radio to getting a deal. The reason you know D4L is because of our guest tonight. The reason you know Stally Low, like he say, they know. The reason that they know is because of our guest tonight.
Okay.
The reason you know about Franchise Boys is because of our guest tonight. The reason you know about the Ben Hill Squad is because I guessed tonight. The reason you know about the Shop Boys is because I guessed tonight. The reason you know about DC Young Yola, that's because of our guest tonight, man. I'm talking about a record breaker. Man, if you don't know, then you got to be real slow, man. I'm talking about our guest tonight, man. Welcome DJ T-Rock in the building. What's happening?
What up, fam?
Yes,
What up,
sir.
fam?
Yes, sir.
How
Yes,
y'all
sir. Hey, man, it's a pleasure to have you. It's a pleasure to have you.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
It's a pleasure, man. It's a pleasure to be on you guys' hot platform, man. You know, I check it out all the time, man. Atlanta's rap history is that's a beautiful thing you guys doing because people need to know how the history goes.
Right.
That we need to know. We need to know. Slide a little bit over for us, just a tad bit.
Well, let's do it like this.
Wait. There you go. There you go. Yes, sir.
There you go. You got it.
There we go. And like you said, that's why we here. That's the reason we started this whole thing was to get the history out, to let the people know the history of Atlanta rap, the way it started from, because a lot of time the people who made it big, it seemed like they might have started it because they got bigger than other people. So we come to let the people know about the ones who started this thing and the background and the reason why these people are who they are today.
Right, but you know what? Not just that, Chuck, man. We like to pay homage too, man, to give everybody their credit, man, and they roses, man. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people ain't recognized till they gone, and people talk about who did this and do what. But all this is documented, man, just for people to know, Atlanta rap history because it is so important to the rap game, period, man. So we appreciate you, man, for being here, and we honor your contribution, man, to Atlanta rap music.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
So we like to start off with at the beginning, man. Tell us where you from. Where you born and raised?
Born and raised in Omaha, Nebraska, believe it or not. Now, Omaha, Nebraska, when I came to the South, the first thing, I thought it was just me only hearing it. So apparently everybody that come from up north hear the same thing. I didn't even know it was any black people in Omaha. Well, it is. It's a small population, but it is a lot of black people in Omaha. A lot of talented brothers and sisters from Omaha. You know, actually, the lady that started, that's a part of 107.9, she's actually from there. You know, she don't live there anymore. Gabrielle Union is from there, and the list goes on. Well, not uh, Martin Luther King opposite. What's his name?
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So he's
Okay.
from there. You know, yeah. You know, off of the Air Force Base. So when something happens, you know, the president usually fly there, go underground. You know, so it's a hot spot, a beautiful place. But I had to come to the Mecca.
Okay.
I had to
Okay.
come to the
Okay.
Black.
So we'll say, Ryan, what year, man, that you came here, that you made it here, man, and landed, you know, touched down here in Atlanta. What year, Ryan? What year was that?
Oh man, it was in the 90s, like 98. Yeah, it was around like 98. Right? Yeah, it was about 98.
Okay.
Yeah,
98.
Okay.
98.
98. We
And
talking.
hit the ground running as soon as I came.
Yeah, we
Hit
see.
the ground running.
Exactly. If you just got here in 98, you definitely hit the ground running.
That's right, because you made the cut, man, to be
Yeah.
on Atlanta Rap History.
Oh yeah, and that's like I said, that's a pleasure. That's an honor to be on Atlanta Rap History because you guys are really speaking to the people that have made history in the city, in this entire state. This is a big city to do something with. And I never forget, I did a video shoot out with an artist out in New Orleans, and a guy said something to me, you know, in a real humble way, and it just changed. It just changed my thinking forever. He told
Okay.
his people on the video shoot, he said, "This guy right here," and I'm not bragging. I'm just saying what he said. He said, "This guy right here did some incredible shit." He was like, "This guy came to Atlanta and put the city on his back for the time that I had." Now, of course, we got to give you guys props for paving the way because Atlanta was already popping from day one. I mean, Martin Luther King is from here. You know, Atlanta's a hot
Right.
spot. And for you to
Oh
even
yeah.
get a segment of some years or anything, any type of tread in the ATL, I mean, you're doing good, but also you have to, you know, honor and thank the ones who paved the way, you know,
For sure.
because
For sure.
it was already a blueprint laid out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
Oh
you
yeah.
gotta be a big boy to play with the big boys.
That's right. That's right.
Exactly.
And when I
Exactly.
came here, this town was hot. We got to remember, LaFace Records was downtown.
Mm-hmm.
Jermaine was
Mm-hmm.
killing it. Like
Mm-hmm.
every other song Jermaine Dupri had on the radio, he had all the artists, and LaFace had all the artists. But I just
Mm-hmm.
came down.
Mm-hmm.
I was just walking up to LaFace Records and just dealing with all these people directly.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Okay.
I was looking for any way in, but then I'll tell you the rest as we go.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Well, I see, like you said, you hit the ground running. You ended up DJing at a legendary club. Like Magic Mark say in his day, it was called the legendary, what was it?
The Silver
Silver
Fox.
The hold on,
Right now, Bankhead, Zone 1, baby.
not just the Silver Fox, not just but the legendary Silver Fox, man. This
Legendary,
is a
sir.
definitely
Hey,
legendary club.
well, it's
well, my mom and
and
dad
see,
part of that.
so here's how that went now. So this is how that went. And I can tell you guys how that went. When I first came, it didn't start at the Silver Fox. With the pool palace didn't start there. It started on Hollywood Road.
On Hollywood Road, right?
Okay.
It was Hollywood Road, and I don't know if you're from Atlanta, you know about Hollywood Road.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh, who
sir.
Hollywood
want to
Road
fuck
was
with
so
Hollywood
The
Code?
road. Yeah, all the
You
way
was
back
in
to
the trenches,
Hollywood
man.
Road. Yes, sir.
What you were
bruh,
doing in the trenches, man?
bruh, I don't care how small it looked, how ratchet it looked, the integrity of the people, the real G's. I'm not talking about just gangsters and gangsters that's ill with it. You know, I'm not talking about females that's just ill with it. I'm talking about integrity, style, charisma, class that nobody else really. I know I seen it. I know I seen it. You got Carrie Holmes, the Diablos. Come on,
Oh
man.
yeah. Oh
Come
yeah.
on,
Oh
man.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
And you
And
know,
Yes,
all that
sir.
man over there, all that over there,
give them,
man, is yeah, it's like you say, man, it's just different, man. So far as when it comes to music, and they set the
yeah,
standards, man, and kind of set it off, you know, from everybody from your kilos to your schizo from Bankhead Court. Like you say, the Diablos, man, and you know, always from your D4Ls and Shawty Low, and it just, you know, it's young drum, man, it just thick, man, coming out, you know, that side of town over there when it comes to Atlanta music. But what a lot of people don't know is, you know, that area too, man, where you had Andrew Young, you know, that came up in that area. Um,
right,
um,
right.
like I said, man, just being right outside part of the city, that's kind of part of the heart of the city, because you can go right down North Avenue, man, you know, and Bankhead turn on, and then you right downtown. So, you know, like you said, your Martin Luther Kings and the first black fire station, man, the first black pharmacy. It's almost like a black Wall Street right there on Auburn Avenue, man, that was kind of rich with
Uh,
culture. So,
uh, uh.
yeah, so
so,
that I
so
think that
and you,
makes it kind of different.
so you're absolutely correct. And so for the people, I feel this would be a good opportunity to kind of tell how I got started on Hollywood Road. You know,
Okay.
because now that I have a DJ service that's really like booming, and I realized that half the people that's from the West Side that ever came into the clubs to see me is actually booking me out. I'm like booked all the way through like December right now. Like not
Really.
every day this deal, but I'm like getting booked all the way through December. So I feel that with this being a platform that you could rewind and watch again on YouTube and things like that, um, that even if people are not listening now, that they'll be able to go back and hear this story and have this for themselves now or even later, or even
Oh yeah.
play it to their sons or their daughters that
Mhm.
may want to know, because I found out that there are a lot of people. I watch people that come and see me play. I watch their kids grow up. They are now graduating and in
Mhm.
their 20s. And then their kids are now calling me T Rock and at these
Mhm.
events. You know, you remember event halls, it's not an age limit like a club.
Right.
So so I want to give them this right here so the world and people that may even listen to this overseas that really want to know how it all started before, you know, because we can name drop the artists and even the artists will appreciate knowing how did they even get an opportunity to become platinum or have an opportunity to even get on the radio. Like where did this guy come from? How did it happen? Well, I when I first moved here, I I wanted to make some noise. So what happened with me was I I wanted to get into entertainment in some type of way because I was a drummer and I'm a wrestler. So the first idea came to mind. The ideas were coming quick. I said, I'm gonna just get some dancers together. Real talk. So I'm gonna get some
Mhm.
dancers, then I'm gonna find a place and I'm gonna promote dancers. So
Okay.
as I was looking for dancers, this one dancer stuck out, and she was like, "Oh, I'm down. I'd love to be a part of that." And she said, "I got a club in mind that I'm already dancing at. Come see me." And it just so
Mm.
happened to be called the Atlanta Sports Palace.
Oh.
Ah,
Mm.
Atlanta
Oh. Okay.
Sports Palace. Okay.
This the history. We getting the history. We getting the
This is
history.
the meat and potatoes right here. So I go and see her play, and I noticed the place was small. It had a lot of pool tables. So to make a long story short, I found out the guy was into gaming. So he had a amusement business where he had games on the counter. The owner. Uh, Now you can just get an Xbox, but he had the
Mhm.
games before the Xbox. and he had all these pool tables. And so, we had the dancers. So the dancers had a short run, but they didn't have any music. They just played this CD, like songs that I'm like, wait a minute, I could crank this up a little more than that. I said, man, you need a DJ. He said, well, what do you recommend? I said, hell, I was DJing in my hometown. I said, me. Then I gave him a price, small price, just to get the ball rolling. I didn't have any equipment at the time because I wasn't planning on DJing like that. I was a drummer.
Right.
Remember? Okay. So I took my CD player. I had a CD player at home. I took my CD player and I took it down there and I rocked the hell out that place. I mean, then before you knew it, more dancers came. Then it was more about a party instead of the dancers. That's when Diablos first brought me their music. I started playing that, jumping out them photos, and it was crazy. That's when I found out about Perry Homes and Bowen Homes, and I knew about like projects and communities in my hometown, but I didn't realize that every state at the time, I didn't know they had them down here like that in major. It was major.
Oh, major.
So it was time, yeah. So it was times we had Perry Homes and Bowen Homes in the club at the same time, and sometimes that would cause a bit of a problem because the place was too small, So people outside wanted to get in. People was mad they couldn't get in. It was crazy. So he had to tear the walls down and make the place bigger. So he's seen it blowing up because remember, he was the club owner that just sit like this on the bar. He was cool just selling, them pig feet in the jar.
Yeah.
And the pickles in the jar.
Yeah, pickle leg.
He winning if he sells some wings. Oh, he cool. He's a real true businessman. He was a real true businessman that if he just sell you food, he's good and 2 or 3 drinks. He was trying to build his business. Because remember, he had pool tables at Jazzy T's and all over the city, so he was good. So once the crowd got even bigger, you wouldn't believe what happened next. So he goes out. Now he's like a Jew. He's cheap. So he goes out. I didn't have to convince. He goes out and buy the newest CD player from like Guitar Center, the music store.
Shout out to Guitar Center.
I'm like, oh man, what you do? Boy, he started buying speakers and things like that. So at that point, we done turned the place out. And guess what I said on the mic? I named a lot of artists on the mic that you hear today. A lot of those artists, like Floor Masters, I named them. It's several other artists, I gave them their name just in the club and on the mic. And I also named the Pool Palace.
The Pool Palace. Oh, man. There you go. You got the history.
Remember Atlanta Sports Palace. I changed it to the Pool Palace because he had a bunch of pool tables.
Okay.
So I gave it a hip name. Well, speed it up to where you guys were talking about when you were talking about the Silver Fox. Remember, that club is too small. He's getting everybody. Bowen Homes by itself. That's why Perry Homes gonna fill it up on the weekend.
That's
you gotta understand, people wondering why folks was not moving out of these places. They was not moving out because it was the shit.
Right.
Yes, it was in the hood. But people was making more money staying on the block than they was moving off the block. It was the shit.
That's right.
So they may have an apartment with cement floors, but you gonna see a Benz outside.
Oh yeah.
You're gonna see something nice they riding in. They get money. And the vibe.
Yeah.
And here I come with this music before the internet. Now everybody throughout this conversation, remember something when I say before the internet. Now, radio was not listening, and most of your bougie clubs was not trying to have DJs play independent artists like that back in the days. It's like if you're gonna be in Buckhead or anywhere like that, it's like play some dance music, play some Ludacris, play something that everybody knows.
Right.
So here I come with playing this independent music. I tried to play that other music, but I love it all, but I tried to play it, but then I noticed something. It was like it was a need for all these artists and all these people to have something to do. It's sort of like creating a basketball camp for people that don't have anything to do. It was like the music. So what happened was, because I told you earlier, we will speed it up and get back to the bankhead. I told him, I said, man, look, people can't get in this club. So that's when he went out and bought. He had bought, well, not really bought, where he was kind of leasing it out at first, the Silver Fox on Bankhead.
Whoa, okay. So that's how it got to the Silver Fox on Bankhead.
Now, mind you, when we got over there, we already brought our own style and format, but the fans of the Silver Fox did let us know you're in the Silver Fox now. You're in the Silver Fox. This is where, like you said earlier, this is where the moms and the pops was partying at.
Right.
And whatever happened in the Silver Fox before my time and before a lot of our times, whatever happened in the Silver Fox, they made history.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
all these people that love that
used to
Silver Fox.
party there.
Yeah. Man,
But you know, that's the hard bankhead too, man. That is the harder bankhead, man, for sure.
Yeah, the real hard. Because the guy
real
next
hard.
door, well, you remember next door was like a little, I don't know if everybody know it. It was like a little hustling gambling hall or something. And the owner what was the owner name?
Oh, yeah.
He was a real popular cat.
Yeah,
the owner.
Skin over there.
I forget his name, but he had passed away. And but when I tell you the man, he was the man.
Yeah.
He was the man. So, but Jimmy was such a businessman. He was making so much money just off of the business was good. Hoop Palace, the crowd came over there instantly. Crowds wrapped around the building. And then I'll just stop right there and then we can go from there.
So how did it come? Well, how did it come, man, because you know the whole snap music era, man, is kind of on your back, man. And the reason why I say that, because like you say, you been on the hard Bankhead, and you had groups like D4L to your parlays, man, from Franchise Boys and you know Shop Boys and all them guys like that, man. It's a whole era of music. So yeah, Rich Kid. So how you come to, man, to really, you know, playing that music and how what the crowd was like, man, what the movement was like, man, with that whole era right there.
Well, it started off gangster, and thanks to Diablos, but Diablos was so hard. You put out, when we first went to Bankhead, we did an opening concert with Diablos. When I tell you, all of Atlanta was there. All of Atlanta. I mean, it was just hands down. Got to the point where charging $100 at the door was not going to deter people from paying to get in.
Right. Perry Home. Shout out to Perry Home.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. And so it was like what I had to do, because one thing about the West Side, and this is the facts. Unless you have something going, popping, or giving them something that they fuck with, they will stand around and hold up the fucking wall like that, period. Males and females will sit there and hold the wall. If it's whack music, they will not move. You can say what you want to say. You can do flips. You can have girls dancing in their face. If you're not impressing them, they will not move.
That's right.
Your night.
That sounds about right.
Your night will be over with. So I didn't come down to lose. So I took some of the talent that I've had or was developing from my hometown and some of the ideas that I had, because where we come from, we was like a party state. We trying to make it. So we down here, these people at the time was like, if they might see celebrities, they might get hyped. My hometown would kind of get hyped if they see a celebrity. Like, oh shit. Down here,
not
like,
in Atlanta.
So the whole nonchalant was deep, like real deep.
Yeah.
Like my hometown, you might see a pretty chick holler at her and say, "Well, let's go eat." "Oh, well, okay, daddy, let's go." Down here, the chick like, "Man, I can buy my own food." So you got to really bring some ideas. So I
Right.
came down. I said, "I see what's happening here." So I became creative on the mic, naming groups, telling people instead of you having problems with your baby mama, I remember telling the producer, go out and buy you some equipment and start making beats. You'll be good in that. And he ended up making half of the music that came out of the Pool Palace. You know,
Oh wow.
I, I, I was more of an encourager. I was more, it wasn't just playing the music. If people think it was
Mm-hmm.
just me playing the music, hell no. I put up almost like not really a fight, but you could say a fight to recreate something and make it happen. But what I did, if people really knew the real, what I did, folks like that really get awards for shit like that, or get it inducted into the Hall of Fame for because that's a lot of work. You
Mm-hmm.
got
Mm-hmm.
you talking about a community that have RIPs every other day, have missing somebody. You gotta say happy birthday one day, the next day you playing what's that song I used to play with Trick Daddy and the girl, you
Yeah.
know,
Thug Holiday.
Thug Holiday. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you ain't playing Thug Holiday, T Rock. Come on, play my song. And so I'm in an environment that I didn't know I was getting into that type of environment. So instead of going against the grain, I was trying to help them and did help them in a whole lot of ways. So I seen and
Okay.
I heard, I realized, I said, you fuckers got talent. Get off that fucking wall and represent. If I'm playing your record, get out there on the floor and turn up. And they did. And what that
Okay.
did, it created a whole style. They start turning up. They went from holding up the wall like to now they, now they having fun with it. Nobody else
Mm-hmm.
can get them to do
Mm-hmm.
that. I was like
Wow.
one of the only ones that can get them to do that. And they were, like I said, you go to any other club, and it's not knocking any other club, but most of these owners, they about that guarantee. They know if you play Rick Ross, it's guaranteed. You play, you know what I'm saying? You play
Mm-hmm. Play
the
the
stuff
big
that's on the
names.
radio. You play the stuff that's on the
Right.
radio. Is they that's the safe place. But what I
Right. Right.
did, I created something that I didn't fucking know it was gonna get that big though. It didn't dawn on me until one day I was leaving the club and both radio, I turned to 107.9, boom, 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 boom. Then I turned to V103, dun 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 a bubble gum, dun 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 and I turn again. 20 minutes later, party like a rock, party like. Then I said, what the fuck going on? Then I turned again. Bet you can't do it like me. Bet you can't do it. Playing my whole entire mix.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
it really got
That's Atlanta
crazy.
for you.
Well, it really got crazy when Atlantic Records coming to the hood, and they calling me
Mm-hmm.
by name because they wanted to see Yola. So
Okay.
I had already broke the song, but that day when I dropped that shit, and the way I brought it in too, it was I ain't gonna lie, I made the boy look good that day. Cause the way I brought it in, I brought that shit back, and man, the crowd went nuts. I don't know what y'all been told. Signed them on the
Yeah.
spot. Signed them on the spot.
Sign them on the
Well,
spot,
you know
man.
what, man? I did see a write up on you, man, in the MTV News, man, about you being a catalyst, man, for Atlanta music. You know, some of the little later era music, for like I say, the snap music and everything, man. You got big props, man, on that and everything, man. But yeah, most definitely, man. You know, we just appreciate you being from somewhere else, coming down and recognize and want to be a part of what we were doing, man, to break our records and make our artists and our citizens of Atlanta, uh, do their thing. You say you got them to move and got them to do their thing, man. So Yeah, we sure appreciate that because a lot of good music, man. A lot of good times came out of that.
Well,
Exactly.
also to tag, if I can, let me tag to that, is that a lot of people don't really know that a lot of the guys, and I start with the guys and I'm gonna talk about the ladies. A lot of the guys in Atlanta is some of the coolest fuckers you can ever meet, bro. I'm telling you, I've seen this. I haven't had any problems with anyone. Like
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
some of the coolest. I mean, if they come in there, they go to the bar, you want something, you need a drink, even if it ain't a drink, they just making sure you're good. And then the ladies, I tell you, to this day, man, like I'm doing about 4 or 5 weddings just in April. I'm still fooling with these folks. I love
That's
Yeah.
them.
what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
When they told me they loved me 15, 20 years ago, I'm like, I hear you, but are you, but for real? But no, I see that to be a fact right now. I have calls to this day from the same crew that T-Rock, we need you for 4 dates. Bro, 4 dates? That's some cake you coming up with 4 dates. Because I'm not moving for no petty parties, and they really put 360 booths, the whole family coming out, folks coming from out of town, cakes, dinners. Shit be lit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Just like the club.
That's what's up.
Just
But
like the club.
yeah, so around the time we talk doing the timeline, right? Around the time, at first Atlanta we was getting crunk, right? We was on the west, we was on the east
Yeah,
side throwing bowls, and
yeah,
Lil John and the east side boy, who you with, and we had the gate pushing each other, and we was doing a different type of dance than what was y'all ended up doing over on the west side. We was doing
right.
some
That's
crunk
the South of the booty
music.
state.
Yeah, we was doing some crunk. We was over there on crunk, and then over there on the other side, y'all was coming up with something called snap music. And
Well, that's because, go ahead, I'm sorry.
okay, but like you said, y'all was coming up with something different. It wasn't like you said at first. The West Side was about that real gangster stuff. Diablo set the tone for the West Side at the beginning. They was on the gangster stuff, and like you said, wasn't nobody dancing.
Right,
Even the people who ended up making these famous dances was the same ones that you said they was mean mugging, holding up the wall. They was gangster
yeah,
dudes that ended
yeah,
up doing these dances. These dudes that
right,
invented these dances, these was gangster dudes,
right.
but some
Well, they
kind of
still,
way
they
they
still
can't.
got their gangster in them, though.
Exactly.
But they loosen up a little bit.
But they loosen up a little bit, and like you said, start hitting the dance floor and start doing a little bit more. Like the viewer says, we need to bring the party back, not all this VIP section stuff. Cause like
Right, right,
back in those days, the most popular people they came to the club and got right in the middle of the dance floor. You and your
right.
crew would come and get right in the middle of the dance floor. Now it's sections. We going in our VIP sections. We over here. We over.
Right,
But those
right,
days at the
right,
pool
right.
palace, y'all would get right in the middle of the floor and start dancing.
Well,
Yeah. Well,
we
that
had,
was all about repping your hood. A lot of that was about repping your hood. So you got up there and you want your hood to be noticed. So, like they said, gangsters don't dance, they boogie. So all that was a part, gangsters doing a two-step. So it's almost like a dance, man, that the gangsters can do. You know what I'm saying? That didn't look crazy, out there scared in the back, but just something cool and laid back that the gangsters can do. And it kind of resonated to everybody else in the club, man, and it got really popping. It got really big, man. All the whole snap movement music, man.
well, we had to do something because Little John, he started it, the whole crunk. He's one of the ones in the East Side Boys, but he's done it long enough to become a big deal in the business. But we had to come up with something different because he not him, but the music itself was it was it went from entertainment to people actually throwing bowls. They were
Mm-hmm.
actually throwing tables and chairs.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
let me tell you, when the West Side fight, they fuck shit up.
Oh yeah. Oh
They
yeah.
fuck shit up. You do not want to fuck with them. They fuck
Now we
shit
talking
up.
about records like tear the
They
club up and fuck them other
oh
niggas
man,
cause I'm down with my niggas. You know, those
that
kind of records, representing. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's
yeah,
about, on the West
in
Side
your
representing
face type,
where you
yeah.
from.
And, and you probably can play that in some town up north or somewhere like that, Wisconsin or whatever. But Bankhead, you can't really do that because
Right.
it's gonna be something happening after the club. So it start messing up
Oh yeah.
it start messing up the movement and the revenue. So I
Right,
said
right.
we can't do that because I'm telling you, like one of those songs, and when I tell you Lil Jon music and East Side Boys, that's some of the best crunk shit for that. Boom, 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 God. I mean,
And
you can't
shout
get
out to
no better
them,
than that.
man.
Yeah, big shout
Yes.
out to them.
Big shout
Yeah,
out to
yeah.
them.
Check out
You
the
cannot
episode with
get
the East
no
Side Boy.
you can't get no crunker than that. That's crunk right there. Oh, Walker got some crunk shit too. Walker shit crunk too.
Walk flock. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
if you're dealing with like if you're dealing with a crowd that you know start taking those songs personal, it can get ugly.
Mm.
So we
Mm-hmm.
had to
Oh
come up
yeah.
with something. We had to come up with something.
Okay.
That's when we started with the fun dancing music.
Right, right.
Okay.
Like your DJ Pump, walk it out and records like
Yeah,
that, man, it was kind of fun for yeah, people to do, man. So yeah, it brought, a little fun back to the club, man, at the same
yeah,
time without all the destruction.
yeah.
Exactly.
Because like I said, the guys that was making the music, talented music. It's just like I said, if you to this day, if Little John go to Vegas and play it in Vegas, they're gonna go crazy. But
Mhm.
that mine, it's a tourist town. So tourists is like, oh, it's still fun to them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, get
Right,
drunk, yeah.
right,
But you do that shit in
right.
the wrong neighborhood, zone one, hey, what?
Right.
They ain't
Thank
but what they did,
you.
right? They represent for real. So I advise
That's right.
anybody um, that was I advise all the artists that was in there to make some fun music, and
Okay.
that's where Snap was born.
That's when Snap
Okay.
was born.
Okay.
And I and
Yeah,
I and
well,
I and I believe that I feel that because like you said, at one time the music was crunk, but things go around and they come around. Cause I remember back
Right,
in the days going to when it was the Silver Fox and you had the Yeek
yeah,
dancers that came in and they
right.
was dancing.
Oh, they was jamming.
They was jamming, and then
They
it
were rocking,
changed to where everybody holding up the wall, mean mugging.
open
It
up
was
the
straight
wall.
gangster. But then it
One
turned back
time
around.
correction.
It
Yeah,
came back around and started
yeah,
with the dances and all these different
right,
things like this. Now, when you
right.
talk about snap music, right? And snap music is a whole genre of music. You can Google it. You can look it up. This is
Yeah,
just
it's
like
not.
country music, just like any other
Yeah,
type of music. There's a genre of music called snap
it
music.
is. It
It
is.
started in Atlanta, on the
Yeah.
west side of Atlanta. It was birthed
Yes.
in
West
Atlanta.
Side.
Would you say that this guy right here invented snap music?
Oh, that's my guy right there, K. Rab. Well, remember earlier when I was talking about a popular producer that I told to go ahead and get that machine and start making beats? That's the guy,
K-Rab,
okay.
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 K. Rab.
Okay.
That's the guy.
Okay.
He was
Okay.
one of the ones that would listen to me. I mean, all of them listened for some reason. I don't know what made them listen, but they were listening. But he was one of the
Well,
most
let
humble guys.
well let me ask you this right here, man. By you being, in the center of all of it, man, because it's kind of controversial thing about who kind of started it, man. It was a thing with D4L and the
Oh
franchise
shit!
boys,
Hold
and
on,
then
let
we
me get
got
an ice
K
cube.
Rab.
Let me get an ice cube on that one.
Say
Hold
You
on.
gotta
what?
shake it up a little bit.
Say
You
you
gotta
got to
shake it up a
say
little bit. let's see what DJ T Rock say about this.
Yeah, and while we doing that, let's take a look at it. Franchise Boyz.
All in the clothes, spin gang in my white tee. I bling in my white jewels, gleam in my white tee. Forget us, go back, I look clean in my white. Up on the scene with some green and some hard white work. Yep, clean, fresh jeans and an all white shirt. Yep, we all get money and we all smoke. Yep, dirt, one skirt to lead all y'all. Cause I'm fresh in my white tee. They glance at my white tee. And I got the hat that match my pants and my white tee. Whoever that you might see, I know they got a white tee. Homeboy, brother, sister, mother, dad, or your wifey. Ain't some fruit of loom, be the name on my white tee. I got a chain, mine, it's a stain on my white tee. Lines in the white I keep it plain in my white tee. Hispanic, white, black, jacket, chain, wearing white tee. Hit the club deep, and we all got a toe back, know that. Hell no, they don't sight me. You don't need no throwback, cause you be set on your white tee. You can get a circle or a V-neck on your white tee. I keep it plain in my white count chain in my white tee. All in the clothes, spin gang in my white tee. I bling in my white jewels, gleam in my white tee. Forget us, go back, I look clean in my white. I keep it plain in my white count chain in my white tee. All in the clothes, spin gang in my white tee. I bling in my white jewels, gleam in my white tee. Coco brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, that was the Franchise Boyz, right? The Franchise Boyz, and now if you listen to that right there, right? If you listen to that,
Yes, sir.
and they say that they one of the ones that started snap music, right? That's what they say,
Right.
and that was produced by Franchise Boyz. They was their own producer, Pimpin' from Franchise Boyz. That was produced by them.
Right.
But if you
Right.
listen to that song, there's
Right.
no snap in it.
Mhm.
There's no snap in it. There's no
But they were
snap
doing
in
the
that
dance
song.
though. But
Huh?
they were doing the dance though. But
They
they
were
were
doing
doing the
the
dance.
What that we talking about snap music. We ain't talking about the dance. We talking about who started this snap music.
Okay. Well, they both go together though. Don't the dance go with the music?
It does. It does. It
Okay.
does. It do.
Okay.
If the whole movement, everything, anything. Snap is a 1 2 what 1 2 5 1
Like
2 5
lean with it,
1
rock
2
with it.
5
Just like
1
lean with
2
it, rock
5.
with it with the snaps in it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
So
snap music.
let's say what you just said. Let's listen to this
Yeah.
then. Now, you just said, and I'm glad we got this recorded so we can rewind it and look at it again. You said out of
Right.
your own mouth that snap music is don't snap, don't snap. Ain't that what we just heard?
But here's as a DJ. Okay, now check this out. There's so many songs with the same similar beat, but the only difference is different producers, but they all in the same genre of music. You see what I'm saying? It's
Right.
just different producers, but it's all
Right.
every song, even "Party Like a Rock Star," believe it or not, it's still snap music. It's
Bet
still
you can't
snap
do
music.
it like me.
Bet you
Yeah.
can't do it like me. All these songs are produced by K-Rap.
Now that's what you're hearing. K-Rap's signature is the snap, the actual snap.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, that's his signature. Now other
Right.
songs are still in that you can't. They're not making different genres from Bankhead. They're not making
Yes.
12 of them. They had to come up with
Right.
the most popular one, and that
Right.
came from the snap, the sound, and the dances. So you still
Right.
getting away with snap music with White Tee. Now,
Right. Right.
now going back to what you were saying earlier, who started it? This is where it started getting a little messy, a little confusing, because a lot of folks that was coming from nothing. A lot of these guys were just on the block hustling. They didn't know they was going to blow up like this. You know, this was like what you see now. You got all these artists dropping right now, and Kodak Black, and they just dropping back to back because you got the internet out now, so it's easier. TikTok is easier. Back then, if radio wasn't gonna play you, you need somebody like a T-Rock or any DJ that was doing what I was doing at the time, giving independent artists an opportunity. So
well, I said
now,
DJs are like truck drivers. DJs are like truck drivers. You know, they make the world go. You know, they make the music go or industry go around. Yeah. Shout out to the Now go ahead, bro. I'm just gonna shout out to the Coalition DJs, man, because they part of a team that do the same thing, man. They make music move and records, you know, move.
Yeah, shout out to all the DJs out there, Coalition. Remember Hitman.
Yeah.
All that. And shout out to and shout out to the radio DJs. Shout out to the mixtape DJs for keeping it alive because it all plays a part. You know, I was able to break a lot of records on the block, and thanks to your Jellies and your Montes and all them that do a lot, and Screamers that do a lot of mixtapes. They do a lot of.
And we can't forget the King, man. This might have been before your time, but we can't forget the King, man. And that's King up with Jay, man. The King.
Oh, well, as soon as I came down here, that was the first name I heard. Like, they was like, this man killing the game. Like, he just like, they were like, if you don't have a King Edward J tape, you don't have a tape. And, you know,
that's right.
I got respect for that all day long because, like I said, when you into an industry where there's people before you that paved the way, it just makes it a little better for people like myself. And I've been told I'm also, you know, helping the ones. There's some guys, I ain't gonna lie, there's some guys that's out now doing their thing that was up under my belt. And they doing their thing right now. DJ Smirk and Trouble. It's a few DJs out there. Chewy the DJ, Tone, like, you know, because I had to rock hard DJs for a long time.
Rock hard.
And that's
DJs,
what I was about to mention. That's what I was going to mention too, man. You and the rock harders, man. You know, yes, sir.
Yeah.
So you're part of that family, man, with the DJs.
And I really appreciate those guys too because they were in it from the mud, you know, with the magazine, the whole nine, and me being booked so much and having a lot of interviews to do and a lot of clubs to do, you know, they would come and help me out some nights at the clubs and things like that, and that's major, man. That's major.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Shout out to all the DJs.
Shout out to all the DJs. Shout out to all the people in the comments, man. The comments is going crazy right now. They talking to each other. They debating on what's the hottest song that came up out of the West Side. They is going crazy. They is going crazy in the comments. So shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Southern Comfort, Southern Exposure 365. Shout out to you. Nobody except me. Nobody except me. Shout out to you, Jim Jones. Shout out to you.
Man. Shout out to Tycoon. We can't forget Zed, man. And also my boy Cool Dollar, man. My brother, man. Out there,
Cool Dollar's checking in, man.
Episode of Atlanta Rap History too, man, with Cool Dollar.
And that is so true, man. I'm glad you guys shouted everyone out like that, man. It's another crew of people that need to get a heavy shout out. I wouldn't remember them all by name. I would, but it'll take too long. But I'm just going to say it all in one general, you know, one general conversation. These guys that need a shout out is as I was breaking the records back then, I was dealing with a lot of bosses. I'm talking about true bosses. These guys are the ones that signed a lot of these artists that's out and still, you know, the Cash Out. We can't forget J Money. Can't forget all these artists, but the powerhouses, you know, the powerhouses that's behind these guys, you know, the young Ralphs and all that. Because my history don't just go with just the guys that we named from that got these record deals that blew up. I mean, it goes Young Ralph, it goes all the way down to a lot of street rappers, you know. It's not just Diablos. It goes on and on and on and on. And I thank these guys for believing in me and giving me an opportunity to work with them because these are real, true bosses. You don't see them on Instagram like that. You really don't see them on Facebook like that. These are guys that just got that bag. They got that bag,
Well,
and they
you know
make
what?
things happen. You know,
The
they
streets
got that bag.
has always
Yeah,
been the record label in Atlanta. The streets has been the record label in Atlanta,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Most
yeah.
definitely.
And these guys right here, I just want to give props, like props to these guys, because a lot of these labels, you know, brought me records more than one time, and just, you know, we broke these records and just
That's
seeing
right.
these guys put that bag behind these artists and watching them go on BT and watching them go on the road. That was man, that was touching, man. It was touching.
That's what's
Like I
up.
said,
That's
man,
what's up.
I love Atlanta, man. I love Atlanta. And while we on the shout out, and I said this into the I did an interview with this magazine based out of New York the other day, and it's coming out in about a couple weeks. But the one set of people I definitely want to shout out, I gave the fellas they props, but the ladies in Atlanta, if they love a record, boy, they will help take you to
Oh
the
yeah.
top. The ladies are the shit.
I totally
They
agree
are the
with you.
shit.
I totally agree
They
with
are the shit.
you. I totally agree
I
with
love
you.
them.
Oh yeah.
I love them. And if they love you as a DJ, and I'm a witness of this, if they love you as a DJ, they will support your ass until you're going to have your flowers now, later, and tomorrow. Because you got to think about it. You got to think about it. My brand is still relevant, still blossoming because to this day, because of their loyalty to what I do. And I love them. I love when they call me and I'm just having a good old day out eating lunch and they say, T-Rock, we need you. T-Rock, we need you. What you doing Friday? What you doing Saturday? Man, and that's all straight from the block, man. Started from Hollywood Road to Bankhead.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and I know we got more to go, but I do want to tell you this, man, because I don't want to forget, man. I gotta shout out, man, Club Crucial, boy.
Yes, sir.
Club
Yes,
Crucial. Let's
sir.
talk
We
about
go
it.
get to that. We go get to
Let
that
let
Club Crucial.
let's talk about it. Let's
That
talk
Club
about it.
Crucial. Because not only
Now
did
we talking about we talking about a couple of doors down from the Silver Fox. I mean the Pool Palace.
from the Pool
Couple of
Palace.
doors down.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
How was
So,
that a turn of events, man? To go on the
oh,
same street to
man,
be a couple of doors down. What that's like?
And not only that, but
okay,
to have success in the multiple places. Like it, so we can't say that it was just the location. It wasn't just the Pool Palace that made these
right,
things, because you was able to go to another spot and do the same
right,
exact thing.
right. So how it got started at Crucial, we was down at the Pool Palace. I was DJing down at the Pool Palace. Of course, everybody know that. And so when the owner of Crucial came out with this club, he would, you know, his style of club of owning a business is totally different than the Pool Palace owner. The Pool Palace owner gonna
Okay.
charge for a cup of ice. You know, he gonna charge if you got a hot song and you bringing your group to the club, the whole group might pay uh, a band to get in. Like he's different down the street, and so he'll have the Pool Palace like to just have a regular night and be good. And sometimes I would love him. Let's get some of the artists like they have them down the street. But he was having major artists down the street, and from the T-Pains to the R. Kellys to all of them, and it wasn't getting the crowd that he wanted. He would get the fan base of those artists, like a small fan base, but he wasn't getting Bankhead. And to be honest with you, he was like, "Fuck that! I want the West Side." And this girl is a particular chick. I don't know if she want me to shout her out or not, but it's a particular chick. I love her so much. She told the club owner about me. She said, "You need to get T-Rock." And if she watching this, and if she know who I'm talking about, she said, "You need to get T-Rock." And I never forget that. And sure enough, it's funny I said sure enough because now I'm talking about I said sure enough, but actually the guy named Sure Enough is a dancer. He's not a dancer, but he likes to party in the club. And so he danced in the club, and he came down to because Jimmy was so successful. I told him he needed to buy another club downtown, a Pool Palace downtown Atlanta, and he did. So I'm down there DJing one day, and the club owner from Crucial came with Show Enough, and they said, We want you. He said, I want you in my club. Well, I was so loyal
Okay.
to Pool Palace, and everybody knows without me saying it, there's only one thing can make somebody become unloyal real quick. It's like, I mean, I'm still loyal, but after after they came down there to see me, I was now working at Crucial the next day.
Oh
You
wow.
know,
Yeah.
Okay.
because he's a different type of businessman. Like if he wanted, he gonna get it. If he wanted,
Put
he
that
gonna get it.
bag on you. Put that bag
Oh,
on you, didn't
That's all. That's what it was.
oh. So and so at that point, we fucking blew Crucial up. He started
Mm.
remodeling, knocking the walls down, replacing DJ booths, replacing equipment, and he could shut down for a month and remodel, and the people still coming back. And he finally
Mm.
had the West Side right there. And that was the end. That
That's
was
what's up.
actually the end of the Pool Palace era. At that
Mhm.
point, they had people down
Okay.
there doing like young parties, and now there's a new owner. It's called something else now, called Club Bankhead. But once I left, of course, the owner of Pool Palace, he wasn't happy with it. But hell, at this point, I'm living good now, so everything's good. You know what I'm saying? So, but if I felt like I made it because it was a better position, and it was also a club. Now I can get the young thugs. I can get the now we got Future coming in. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he's not afraid
Mm-hmm.
to spend that bag, and he's not just spending the bag. And I'm tell you, this dude got a good heart. I'm telling you, he's a great guy. He's not just spending the bag to just to flip and make money. He'll sometimes take a loss and have an open bar just because he want to give back.
Mhm.
Christmas,
Right.
this dude not giving away 3 or 4 bites. He's giving away like 500 bites. The dude is
Mm.
like 100, like that, like 100. And so my time there, and of course, we all grow and we all move on and do different things. But my time there, unprecedented. Like I can't nobody take that time away. Because that whole
That's
moment,
what's up.
especially if I knew then what I know now, bro, I probably have a fucking condo in Cali somewhere, just on the side, because I was rolling like that. I'm still
Mm.
rolling, but I'm talking about that was a real lucrative, and it was not just about money. I'm learning how to become a true entrepreneur from this guy, because
Mm-hmm.
he would, if one of the girls hurting, he'll help them out. Like he wasn't trying to take from the crowd. He
Mhm.
was really
Right.
trying to give back. This motherfucker gonna have an
Right.
open bar, literally giving away the good shit. I'm like,
Right.
what?
Well, I know a club Crucial, man. They were having like, big artists like almost every week, man. Every weekend,
And with
you know.
and not to cut you off, but one of the reasons why he would do that, and like I said, yes, of course, it's the flip, but he really wanted his people to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
He would bring fucking Keith Sweat to Bankhead.
Yeah.
Crankhead.
This ain't no joke, man. I fuck
Yeah.
with him to this day. He's a real businessman, straight
Yes,
up.
sir.
That's what's
So,
up.
so do you think that? Let me ask you this question then. Do you think which club had the bigger impact on Atlanta? Was it Pool Palace or was it Club Crucial?
Well,
Good question.
first of all, that is a great question. But first of all, I can tell you right now, the owner of Crucial is his motto is he's not going to lose. He always going to be number one, and he backs that shit up. He backs that up. The owner for Pool Palace, he didn't know he was going to have that success. He was just a businessman. That's just if he had 20 people there, he would have dealt with it. He's just a
Mm-hmm.
businessman. He felt more lucky that he found somebody like me that would go hard and and never miss a day. I never miss a day at the Pool Palace, not
Mm,
one day,
Okay.
mm,
unless I was
Okay.
on vacation.
Okay.
Never miss a day at either one of those clubs. So he was he was lucky to have somebody like me that would take the people I know and bring them in off my name without him having to pay that bag. Because these artists, you got to pay that bag.
Yes, sir.
So
Sir.
he basically had me to basically help build his business and shit. And I gave a lot because I loved what I did at the time. So it didn't bother me. But boy, when I had an opportunity to finally get taken care of for my work, it felt good as fuck, man. No,
Okay, so that sound good. That sound like that. But you skated the question.
yes.
Which club had the biggest impact on the city of Atlanta? Which club had the biggest impact on the music of Atlanta?
I really, honestly, I'm honest. I'm gonna put it to you 100, man. 100. They both did. Because here's how. This is why. And I know when a person say they both, it sounds a certain way. You got to remember, Pool Palace got it first. It started it first. So now you got a club owner saying, "Look, I'm down the street. I want this crowd. I want this shit. You know, and I'm gonna do it by any means necessary to get this." So he took it from him. He just snatched that shit. So now you got all the clubs, not all the clubs, but now you got all the artists coming down the street. Young Money at the time, Rich Kids, Shop Boys, Mailbox Boys. And when I tell you it was a movie in that bitch, it was not. It's no game. It was a real movie.
Yes.
So now you got these rappers that's coming in there performing with the guys, the regular guys. Now they in there on a Saturday. Now you got Dub. Now you got you got NBC. Now I mean that's why I said he might have went first. Pool Palace might have went first. This guy came and said, "Well, pass the baton." That's what happened.
Well, that's a good answer. That's a good answer, man, for you to say both. And that's a damn good answer. Yeah.
Okay, and this gonna be my answer right here. This my answer right here.
Do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Bending these rocky hips through the Pool Palace. 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 Bending these rocky hips, let me see you roll. Do it, do it, do it, do it, front street pole. BHI hard head from that E&O. 7 ward bank kid to that zone 4. And you ain't gonna dance, shout it what you came for. Bend your knees, move your hips on your tippy toe. From Bowen home, ready to walk to that Baker Road. Skip a place, dog wood, and that bank head coat. Do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Do it, do it, do it. Bend your knees, rock your hips through the Pool Palace. Bend your knees, rock your hips through the Pool Palace. Bend your knees, rock your hips through the Pool Palace. Bend your knees, rock your hips through the Pool Palace.
Now I'm still waiting on the song that say "Do the Club Crucial." Where the Do the Club Crucial at? Where the Do the Club Crucial at? Where the Do the Club Crucial song?
Now
I'm gonna have to run with you after you said that with you.
Where the Do the Club Crucial song at? And remember now, if you look at the beginning of the video, they act Club Crucial doing a dance called the Pool Palace.
Pool Palace.
Now, what I can say now, don't get me wrong. That's why I kind of give them both props. I'm gonna tell you why. Because when Future blew up, he was the main one of the main artists representing Crucial in his songs. And that's heavy, man. Then you got T.I. He represents Crucial.
That's what I was just about to say. That's what I was just about to say. Did T.I. not have a hand in Club Crucial?
Oh, of course he had a hand.
So what I do know is that Crucial, that building sat there for a long time.
Yeah.
Before somebody came, because it was built, and I kind of know a little bit about the story because I'm from Center Hill.
Yeah,
So I know,
yeah,
you know, who kind of built that spot and what happened to
yeah,
him for it to sit there all that time.
yeah. But you know, now it's owned and it's not leased, so it's owned. So I mean, they when I tell you, man, when you in that DJ booth in both of those clubs, it was just an honor to have both of those clubs play a part. Now, don't get me wrong. If it was really one over the other, I'd just tell you this is Atlanta rap history we on. I'll be
We
honest
trying
with
to get to the facts. We trying to get to the nitty gritty. We trying to
you.
get to the meat of this
But
thing, man.
but that is the facts, man. Because you got if you had now, let's say if you had Crucial and they came, let's say they came mediocre, then of course it'd be Pool Palace. Because Pool
Right,
Palace, you know, these
right,
artists went all over the world. This stuff hit MTV, BET,
right.
ringtones, and #1 songs, and you know what I'm saying. But these same artists, it's not the same artists, and even new artists that's even out now got they started crucial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Real talk.
So that's why I said good answer. That's why I said good answer though.
Yeah,
But you know,
yeah.
like Chuck was saying, those boys, to me, influences kind of start a little bit before. So, you know,
Oh,
that
it's
whole influence of the snap movement with all the
yeah, yeah,
artists from the D4Ls to your
yeah.
you know, all those type artists, man, Fabo and them, and you know, so it's a good answer, man. I agree with you. I have to say both.
yeah, and like you
Now what
said,
I
both of them, like, and the reason why too is because the ones that took off from Crucial kind of went bigger than the ones that took off from the
mm-hmm.
Pool Palace. Like the Futures
Oh yeah,
definitely was bigger than the D4Ls and the franchise.
oh yeah,
The
yeah,
you
yeah.
know they did take off bigger
Oh they
than
up
the
there.
ones that came out of Pool Palace. But when we
Now
talk about making a statement on the music scene, when we talking about, like I say, a club that you needed to be at, right? A club that, like
yeah,
you say, you could be win the contest on Wednesday, get played that weekend, be on top 88 the next week, and get a record deal the next week. This was happening over and over and over at the Pool Palace.
and
But
also
like
I
he
want
said,
to tell
a
you
lot
this
came from
on that
Crucial.
note.
Lot of
Now,
stuff got broken Crucial too. Yeah, a lot of stuff got
so
broken Crucial. Because by that
but
time, not
yeah,
only I would say Atlanta music was bigger for, like he say, your Futures and your more, you know, the kind of come to the point to where they was doing probably bigger numbers. And then Crucial was a lot bigger club, man, than the
yeah.
Pool Palace. And it's almost
Now
like
what I
Barbershop. You watch Barbershop when they had the old Barbershop, you know, it
yeah.
killed them, and then the other Barbershop came and opened up cross street, and they had the fish tanks in the wall and the nice leather bar chairs. And
Thanks to the
then what
wall.
it was like when
Now,
Crucial came.
now, what I would say is this. What I would say is this to give you your props on what you were saying about the Pool Palace. Now, this right here, you might want to pay attention to what I'm saying on this. Now, there was another impact, and I was saying it throughout the whole conversation that we're having. The Pool Palace do have a certain impact that may be I don't know if you want to say bigger or what have you, but there is an impact that's still going on with the Pool Palace to this day. Most of the parties that I do about 4 or 5 shows a week. I got 3 shows coming up this weekend, and all the people that's at the parties will mention the Pool Palace history before they mention the Crucial history. I don't think they're doing it because
Right,
they feel like Pool Palace was better, but I think
right,
that they were more influenced because they were younger. That's when it was like, when you're younger, you're a teenager,
right,
you're more influenced.
right.
That's what they remember the most.
That's right,
That's what they
right,
remember
right.
the most. So I'm going to get that a lot. T-Rock, play some of that Pool Palace music. Play some of that. And the way I be bringing that shit in, though, it be
Yeah.
lit, though.
And it
Because
was
they,
one song I was looking for. I couldn't find it, but they even
oh,
had a
bro.
song. They even had a song called, it said, "Welcome to the Pool Palace on a
Oh, I
Wednesday."
got it.
Where did that?
Yeah. That's
Okay, so
Scorpio. Scorpio.
that's two. That's two songs. That's two.
That's Scorpio. And
That's
see,
two.
you didn't even get into all that blah blah blah. You didn't even get in that Shorty Low and all
All
that.
the short and low.
That's
And
a whole
again,
other show.
so
That's a whole other show.
was Shawty Low crucial or was Shawty Low? Because I know when D4L first got to going, Shawty Low was
Yeah.
locked up. So was Shawty Low broke at Crucial or was he broke at Pool Palace?
He was broke at Pool Palace. So as soon as he got out, he said, like he said, he told it on many interviews, he didn't have his rap down pat, and somebody showed him how to rap. And then right before he came out, because you know they get the calls in jail, and they was like, man, T-Rock got the music bumping out here, man. He got this shit bumping at the Pool Palace, and that's how he heard about it, and that's what made him want to get into the game, switch over to the rap. And so with him, and it's crazy you said it like that, with him being such a big figure on the West Side, without music, did you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Without music.
Oh yeah, we know. Yeah, we definitely know who Carlos. We know Carlos. Yes, no doubt.
Respected. Carlos respected, man.
Respected, yes, sir.
He got baby mamas. Like, so he could his whole crew can fill up a club. They could take a Thursday and just fill that shit up. His mama don't even come up. I mean, he got that kind of respect. So by the time he got to Crucial, it was like, you know, it was like Carlos is still the man either way it goes. Even though he started at Pool Palace, he's still the man. I've never seen anybody that can perform every other Saturday at either club and still pack the fuck out of it. With the same song.
That's Bankhead for you. Bankhead!
How they go? Do. When that motherfucker said that, do. Done it all.
Done it all, man. Yes,
Done it all.
Yes, sir.
So at the end of the day, I just want people to remember, you know, keep showing the artists love and keep the music alive, man. There's some talented fuckers, man. These guys got some real good music, man. They're very, very, very talented. And I want to thank them for just giving me an opportunity, being a young cat from another city coming down, just trying to get my feet wet, and we all created history at the same time. You know, I just appreciate them. I appreciate the club owners because, you know, they put a lot into these clubs, man. These clubs might look a certain way on the outside, but it takes a lot to run a successful hood club. We're not talking about a pizza bar, a hood club. Like, you fucking around got to come in and clean up from the next night, the next day, like, because the night is fucked up, shit everywhere. I'm just being honest.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Balloons over here, cake all over the place, because we party. We fuck the club up.
That's right. Well, you know what, man? Atlanta rap history, man. You know, we want to thank you too, man. Like I say, for being a part of the fabric, man. Part of Atlanta music, man. You know, all together breaking records, man, and just acknowledging us, man. You know, and everything. Cause you know, sometimes you get people from other people, you know, from other states. They don't feel the same about our music or feel the same about playing our music. Just don't feel it, you know. But we just appreciate you, man, and we just want to acknowledge you, man, for everything that you done for the city of Atlanta when it comes to rap, man. So. Yeah, that's a salute to you, man, for sure, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Definite salute to you, T-Rock, man. It's been a blessing to have you, man. It was so good. We done went overtime and everything, but the people still watching. We still got people in the comments chiming in. It's a great story you got. It's still so much more to the story. But before we go,
yes, sir.
You was known as a record breaker. But I ain't know that you would try to break a jaw or two too. Now that you use not just a DJ, but you use you'll throw them gloves on and throw some ones and twos at the same time. So you don't just break records. You'll break a jaw or two or something too. Now you ain't just breaking records, huh?
So I'm gonna tell you, you know what was going through my mind at the time? I'm gonna tell you what was going through my mind at the time. So I was at the top of my game in the streets, you know what I mean? To the point where I was an award show. People still screaming my name, still T-Rock, T-Rock, T-Rock. And so I was like, fuck that. I cannot lose. I was like, I will not lose. And I ain't gonna lie, it was a couple punches. I was like, damn, Aries, oh shit, I didn't mean to get him like that. But it was I gave him a fucking right blow, man. He was like, oh shit. I mean, that shit was hitting like, oh. And hey, but I was at the top of my game, man.
They look like they weigh about 50 pounds apiece, man. But hey, you good with your hands, not just with DJing, but throwing them things too.
Well, I use my drumming skills, because a drummer you gotta be fast.
Right, that's right.
Yes, sir.
Keep up the good work, man. Keep up the good work, man. Just keep doing. Hey, y'all get in touch with
Michael Myers. Shout out Michael Myers. Make sure y'all check out D-Rock if y'all need the booking for any shows. Let them know how they can get in touch with you if they need to get in touch with you, DJ T-Rock. Let them know how they can get in touch with you.
Hey, well, you got rockharder.com without the K, ROCHARDER. Also, you can get with me at DJ TROC Atlanta, and you can find me on Twitter and Instagram. So hit me up, man. DJ T-Rock without the K, no K in none of my stuff. Rock Harder Entertainment, DJ T-Rock. Hey, and get with me. Let's do it. I got my DJ service right now, so I'm bringing the party to you. I'm usually booked 3-4 times a week. I did over 200 shows last year, and counting. Let's go, y'all. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Right. Y'all keep doing your thing and keep rocking out, baby.
Hey, man, we sure appreciate you joining us, man. We appreciate you joining us. Man, I want to give another special shout out to everybody in the comments, man. They going crazy in the comments. Barnabas Shane, thank you for watching. Nobody except me. I see you out there, my airborne, my paratrooper homeboy from the war. We was in the war together. My boy Jay Beauty, he's sitting out there watching, man. Everybody that's watching, my son Tycoon, thank you for watching, man. We seen Cool Dollar was in the building, man. Cool Dollar, shout out to Cool Dollar. Make sure you check out that Cool Dollar interview on Atlanta rap history. Now, Cool Dollar, hey man, a born threat, real Atlanta legend. Check out that interview. It's out right now. My son Tycoon, check out that interview. True Talent Tuesday. It's out right now.
Yeah, check out all of them, man. We going on well.
Check them all out, man.
Check them all out, man. Yeah.
Check them all out, man. There are plenty of them on there. We got plenty history information that we trying to give to the people straight from the people. You know, instead of hearing it from somebody else, hear from the people that was there. Hear from the people that actually seen it. They was right there that seen it. Hey, Magic Mark, man, let them know where they can find you at.
Oh, man, they can find me right here, man. Every Tuesday, you know what I'm saying? We're doing these Thursdays and stuff too, man. So y'all check us out with the True Talent Tuesdays or Thursdays, you know. And then we also got, we keeping this Atlanta rap history thing going because, it just don't stop. It don't stop with that, So just check me out, man, on Instagram. That's Magic with a K, Mark with a K 100. You know what I'm saying? I'm on Facebook. People y'all know me. You know what I mean? The real deal. Mark Hurd, get at me. But Chelsea, how about yourself, bro?
Man, y'all know where you can find me at right here on Atlanta Rap History, man. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, Atlanta Rap History. Make sure y'all make sure y'all hit that share button. Let everybody know the real history. Because they going to be out there saying, hey, man, this how it happened. It happened at Crucial. And then you going to say, no, I seen it. It happened at the Pool Palace. So make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that comment.
Like and
subscribe. Make sure y'all share the video. And also hit that subscribe button and the notification so you'll know every time we drop. Facebook, man, you got to know me to know me. If you know me, then you should already be my friend on Facebook. If you don't know me, then hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on
Yes.
That's right.
Instagram, Atlanta Rap History, man. Again, shout out to everybody in the comments. The comments is going crazy. I don't know if y'all seeing all these comments, but they is definitely going crazy in the comment section. So shout out to everybody in the comment section.
Right.
Salute 'em.
Magic Mar, take them on out.
Yes,
What we got for 'em, man?
hey, but you know, like we say about this time, man, you know what I mean? Every Tuesday and Thursdays, man, but it's gonna be what? Peace up and do what now?
A-Town down,
A-Town
man. Thank y'all for
down.
watching, man. We
Yeah.
out. We out here.
Yeah.